Are we live? Looks like we're live. 'Twas down the glen one Easter tide to a city Faraday. There armored lines of marching men in squadrons passed me by. No fife did hum nor battle drum did sound its dread tattoo, but the Angelus bells or the Liffey swell rang out through the foggy dew. All right. It is Monday, the 6th of September, 2021. This is for the copyrighted version of our YouTube channel, the Live Drive Jive Archive, with your host, Frank Monday. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be on this vast material plane, expanding in all directions simultaneously, firm, solid, unmoving, as the localized sun and moon make their orbits across the vast celestial plane. Welcome to another episode where we explore the realms of mind over matter, spirit penetrating deep within the physical form, and all things, any and all things that I find interesting. Just back from Dreamland, where I roamed the vast vistas of the astral plane, unaware of the work I was doing there, but good work nonetheless. I hope y'all good-looking, sexy people are doing well out in Happy Land. This is not going out to Mugbook anymore, so it's limited to the tubes. It'll go down the tube. I'm also sticking it on the chute, so go check me out over on the Poop Chute, where I've got 4 subs. Nice. What? Riddle me this, Batman. On the Poop Chutes, where I've only got 4 subs, I get like 20-30 views per video, whereas over here on the tube, I get 4 or 5 views per video, but I've got a sub base of nearly 200 now. Quite fast. Riddle me this, Batman. Why does the Google Jigsaw Algobot see it so necessary to keep from circulating any of my vids? Well, you know how it goes. I guess they don't like me pointing out that Zuckerborg is an alien overlord cyborg from an eldritch realm deep within the fathoms of the flat earth plane. He's a real motherfucker, I'll tell you that much. I don't like you, Zuckerborg. I know he doesn't like me either. I got called out for what? For pontificating on affairs beyond my payroll. And I was like, what? Whatever happened to freedom of speech? Whatever happened to the Constitution? Whatever happened to the Bill of Rights? Why are we living in a Lovecraftian nightmare? So this morning, try as I might, I got up plenty early, but I spent a little too long in meditation, contemplating on the visions of Dreamland, and as a result, I got a little bit of a late start, which is okay because my first class I don't think starts until 8:40, something like that. But I didn't hit the road till like 6:30, 6:33, right? 3:33 and 33 and 33 degrees of madness. So Karanzan reared his ugly head and seized me which means I'm in the thick of it, the thick of the morning grind. Frank Monday reporting to you live from the thick of the old Peking morning grind, where we are assholes and elbows with asshats and idiots. The AI. That's all right though. I'm in rare mood. I had a shower. That's what put me back a little bit. Typically, I like to take my shower in the evenings after getting home. That way I can sleep all nice and cozy. But yesterday, man, I was just fucking assed out all day long. I got up in the morning, I finished off my syllabi. So that's good. I sent those into the manager. They're not perfect. I told them they were tentative, which means I'll continue to work on them. I had to do 5 of those bad boys. 4 or 5, I think. Yeah. And I collaborated on one with another colleague, which is good. We're collaborating on a class called Sports and Gaming, where we're going to talk about international sports and board games. A lot of folks say sports and gaming and they think that you're talking about gambling. Maybe we'll do a little poker, card games. But no, yeah, so, you know, like I told you, my Thursdays and Fridays are rough, tough, and rumble. So you got to get ready early in the week for those, which I did not do. And this week's going to be, it's going to be what it's going to be, you know. I will rise to the challenge, as I always do. So I typically, I'd like to do, I was in a pattern where I like to do 2 of these Live Drive Jive archives in the morning, and the first one I just decompress and let the monkey mind jump from idea to idea, and then the second one I would move on to the meat of the thing, to the spiritual matters. But I've decided I'm only going to do 1 Live Drive Jive anymore, unless like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday I find a way to organize my schedule so that I can get a little Live Drive Jive time in and do some other types of video work. But with that said, yeah, because they changed the old interface over at Mugbook, I will not be doing the Live Drive Jives over there anymore, because Zuckerberg is an asshat and an idiot. He's a little of both, huh? I mean, he's just a shill, a meat puppet. Everybody knows that's the CIA over there at Mugbook. But I like to update the algorithms, give them a little face time, a little face shot, let everybody out in Happy Land know that I'm still kicking. We're on the Old Peking Superhighway. This is the one that goes straight out to the airport. You may not know this, but my academy, where I commune with the ancients internally, spiritually, and then try to convey their ancient mystery school message to the next generation of young people, is right out by the airport, which makes for a good evacuation point, right? If I had any diplomatic sway. It was funny, and I'll relay a story to you about the end of 2019. I was volunteering as a den leader, den assistant, just an assistant here in Peking with the Boy Scouts of the Scouts of the USA. U.S. Scouts is what they call it now. It's kind of a corporatized thing. And good God, if they don't, they make you take the child protection seminar. It's an online video course with questionnaires. You know, they test you, make sure you know about child safety. For an organization that gets just all kinds of bad publicity with molesting children. There's shit going on there. I know there is. I had talked to some of those den leaders and said just totally what I thought was benign, innocuous things. And they responded with like fear and loathing. And they're like, how do you know about that? And I'm like, good God, you know, I said something that wasn't related, but it triggered something in their mind that they thought I was onto them for their fucking child trafficking. And it's all embassy shit, man. It's deep. International school, highest level of corporations, you know, adoption of children and so on and so forth. I'm not maligning the scouts by any means. The scouts out here in Beijing were not under any real, I mean, they were under a charter by the official scouts, but I'm just telling you about my own personal experiences, man. Don't, I'm not an expert, I'm not a lawyer, so don't take it to the bank. But anyway, they were acting shifty, and you know, they're military guys, they're CIA guys, they're analysts, they're deep state guys is what they are. Serious GOV BS. And I'm just a regular Joe, you know, trying to do my part as a good dad. I had both of my children were going through the Scouts program, and right before the old wink wink nod nod invisible boogeyman came on the scene for the world. This was like September, October. That's when they were running the military ops and Event 201 by Bill Gates down in Wuhan, and those guys were all getting shifty, and they were already like disappearing. The elite scouters were just leaving the scene, and I was like, something's going on. So I wrote some blogs about it on the local Our Gab platform, and you know, I made a meme of Conan, and he was saying goodbye to, this was later on, but anyway, I knew shit was going down, and everybody was acting shifty, and the whole fucking city was already under lockdown. They were throwing up new gates and new health check stations, and this was all 2019 before it even went international. It was, you know, it was going bananas over here, and so it was no surprise to me when it, you know, months later, what, it was like 4 or 5 months later, they announced to the world what was going on. I was like, what are you talking about? You know, all the embassy dudes have already pulled out, you know? And I was talking to one of the last remaining embassy guys, you know, these guys were cowards, man, from top to bottom. They just displayed the greatest level of cowardice and abandoning Americans, you know. And they're like, you know, if yeah, we're getting out, and if you're stuck here, see ya. And I was like, oh, you guys are such cowards. And are you leaving? And I'm like, what the fuck would I leave for? What are you guys? You know, you turn tail and run. Once you're stationed at a post, you maintain that. You maintain your station. You don't run off due to cowardice. Come on. So they broke my heart. The level of cowardice and BS and obvious shenanigans they were up to. So anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But I paid for it, you know. I took a blow. I took one for the team. But I didn't come here. I came here as a student originally to study Chinese culture, and I stayed as a representative of a greater set of ideals of spirit penetrating into matter. And that's got nothing to do with any old invisible boogeyman. You ain't gonna frighten Frank Monday with some childhood fairy tale. That shit just ain't gonna happen. All right, so that's all I got for you good-looking, sexy people out in Happy Land. I got to get my ass off. I got to merge on over and oh wow, the bus is coming over on me. I got to get my ass off the superhighway and headed to the office. So yeah, we'll call it here. It looks like a long video, 15 minutes. Man, that's gonna take me like 5 hours to upload to the tubes. I love y'all good looking sexy people out in Happy Land, and I will see you in the abodes of the future. As above,